Hello there and welcome to this little video. This is the finished product. I got this very nice dress at a thrift shop and it was way too tight under my bosom. So I put in this little purple piece to make it nicer to wear. So that's what it looked like before. So it still had a cut, but it was just way too not comfortable. So here we have the dress and it's ready to be cut into pieces. So the dress consists of both an outer layer and a lining layer. So I'm trying to cut both layers at the same time, but being very careful, of course, to try to still kind of keep them in place, keep them attached if possible. And I'm going to stitch in the new piece right where the old piece or the old seam was. And it was also like a tiny little kind of lacy, very thin and very tight bit. So I'm just adding a bigger piece of lace and I'm making it a little bit wider so there won't be any cinching of the fabric from the top bit at least. So you can see here, the skirt bit is bigger than the top bit in circumference, so I'll still need to make it fit here. So first of all, I'm just going on my serger and just stitching the top bit together because it has an outer layer and a lining layer. So I'm just stitching those two layers in place so they don't run anywhere. And I'm going to do the same with the bottom, the skirt bit as well, just to make sure it's a little bit easier to keep in place. And then I'm just basically going to look at this purple piece of lace that I have. It will also make the dress a little bit longer, which is nice. And then I'm just going to make sure that I follow along the top circumference, the top width with this purple lace and just go all the way around. Nice and easy here. I want to be sure that I have both layers lying nice and neat. And of course, I can be pretty sure of that because I just stitch them together on my serger. And then I'm not going to make a tube of the purple lace until I've stitched it onto the top, or until I've stitched most of it onto the top. I could of course just stitch it together to a tube right away, but I just want to make sure that it actually fits as well as possible. So that's why I'm almost stitching it the entire way around, and then I'm just aligning the edges, and then I'm stitching the last bit. So the purple lace is also tube. Then I'm stitching it together here, and then I can attach the last little bit of the tube to the top part of the dress. So you see, like that. So now my dress is a little bit nicer to wear because it's not as tight as it was with that little piece of lace that it had before. So now I've got the bottom bit, the skirt bit, that I've also stitched together with a serger, just so it's nice and easy to work with. And you can see that is quite a bit bigger than my purple lace, so I will need to gather this material. I will need to ruffle this, but to make sure that I do that with the material nicely distributed all around, then I simply add these wonder clips in. So I put 4 wonder clips in the top opening and 4 wonder clips in at the skirt opening, and I make sure they kind of have approximately the same width, the same distance from each other. So I kind of first basically split it in half and then split it again. So it's split in 4 parts. And then I align these clips up against each other so I know approximately where the fabric needs to meet. Because then I know, okay, the skirt bit is wider, is larger, so that needs to be ruffled, that needs to be gathered in this purple lace area. So that's a very good way to do it, but you can also of course put lots more pins in or hand stitch it if you want to do that. But I just do it here on my sewing machine, and then I make sure to just gather it nice and evenly. Just do it with my fingers as I go along, and of course if you do it that way, be careful you don't sew your fingers or stitch into your fingers with the needle. Be sure to move them out of the way as soon as possible so you don't get, no accidents happen. And this is just, this dress ended up really nice. I wore it for my sister-in-law's wedding reception, and I loved wearing it. It was really comfy compared to what it was before. So it's a nice idea to do simply if you have something that is way too tight, if it has like a tight bit of lace in, to see if you cut the pieces apart, if you can actually put in a wider piece, because most often, yes, the top will be cinched, will be gathered a little bit, and the bottom will be gathered a lot. So there will be some material to actually work with. Here you can see it's stuck on nice and neat, and yeah, I like this purple bit. It's like it still adds a little bit of see-throughness, and it fits the colors quite well. So yeah, I was really happy with it, and it looked nice, and it also added a little bit of length to the dress, which also, yeah, came in handy. I appreciated that. So thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.